I was a topic of conversation on one of your episodes.
You were?
With Glorilla.
Were you flirting with her?
I was.
Do you flirt with your guests?
I don't think so. Do you feel as if I'm flirting right now?
But do you have a lady?
What you said?
All right, cool.
How y'all feeling tonight? Good. Well, welcome to Complex Con 2024. It's crazy that we've been at this for so very many years. Has anybody here ever been to a Complex Con prior? All right, like 20% of the room. She's really proud of being to Complex Con before, okay. 20% of the room has been. This is the first time Complex Con is in Vegas. And I'm excited because we're doing 2 live episodes of my show, which is called 360 with Speedy. And today we have a very special guest, someone that I'm sure you all know and love. She is known as the Bayou Barbie. Please join me in welcoming Angel Reese. Make some noise for Angel Reese, everybody.
Hey, y'all. How are you? I'm not feeling the vibe in here. Y'all need to get...
That's what I said.
There we go.
I feel like we did this too early. Like, maybe we should have did it later when everybody was more awake.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little early. What time is it? I don't even know.
It's a great time. I love to hear that. Well, listen, Angel, obviously everybody in here knows the Angel Reese today. But let's take it back to the beginning for a second. Who was the Angel Reese that we didn't know? Talk to me about the beginning era. You're from Baltimore originally, yeah?
Yeah.
What was life like for you prior to all of this?
Yeah, so I grew up in Baltimore. I grew up in a single-family home with my mom and just my brother, and it was just always us three. My grandparents were really supportive as well, but it was just always us three. I played against my brother since I was a kid, so I knew, like, I wanted to play ball. Like, always wanted to play ball. And I was just super competitive, but I was also, like, really into fashion. So I was super girly. I always had my hair and nails done and, like, lashes and stuff. And people always were like, you can't play basketball with nails. You can't play with hair. Like, you can't do all that stuff. And I was like, you can't tell me what I can do. Like, I always stood on that. Like, you never can tell a woman what they can do. So I stood on that, and my grandma always, like, brushed my hair in the morning. And then I just continued to post on social media, like, my girly side, but also my hoops. So I was both. So I didn't want to be denied in any form. So that's just kind of how I built my brand.
And even before you picked up the rock for the first time, what type of kid were you? Were you like a get in trouble in school type?
Yeah, I used to get in trouble.
For what? What were you doing in school?
I just was not listening. I just didn't listen. Like, I didn't listen. I wanted to do what I wanted to do until my mama really, like, beat me for one good time.
And then you learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson because I used to get punished. What my mom used to do, like, when she couldn't beat me no more because I was too big, she used to, like, take my phone and, like, actually she wouldn't even take my phone. She would turn the Wi-Fi off in the house so I couldn't even connect to the Wi-Fi. And then she would turn the data off so I couldn't do nothing. And then all the iPads was turned off so I had no access to nothing. And it was nothing worse than not having no Wi-Fi.
Damn. Would you have preferred just to get beat once quick or to no Wi-Fi?
I needed my phone. I'd rather probably get the whooping.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Did you come from an athletic family? Did your mom play sports as well, or?
Yeah, my mom played at UMBC and my dad played at Loyola, so my whole family played basketball. Then my twin aunts, they played basketball as well, so my whole family were hoopers.
Do you remember picking up the rock for the very first time? And how old were you, if you do remember?
I was about 4. I was playing. I used to run around, like, the gym. My mom used to coach a team. She used to coach, like, a 3rd grade team, and I used to just try to run around the gym and just dribble and just do whatever I could. And then my first, like, real team I played on was with my brother. And I was the only girl on the team. My mom coached us, and that was when I knew, like, I can be really competitive because I used to talk trash to the boys. I used to wear my goggles and, like, just go hard all the time. And then that's just when I kind of got that mentality of just going out there and just being a dog.
When was the moment on court that you realized for the first time, like, yo, I'm kind of nice? Like, I'm actually high. Did you, like, hit somebody with something? Did you lay somebody in a certain way?
Probably, like, AAU days. I used to play on a 5th grade team when I was in the 3rd grade, and I was the smallest. I used to be a point guard, and I used to just dribble past people. I had a Euro step. Like, my Euro step was my favorite move when I was a point guard, and it was just fun. Like, I used to always just have fun. My favorite part of AAU was, like, traveling to different cities, not being in school, and just having a good time.
Did you guys come to Vegas a lot during the AAU circuit?
No.
Never.
I've been to Vegas when I was young, like one time for like a camp. But my first time like really coming to Vegas now is when we play the Aces.
Got it. On the boys' side of AAU, Vegas is like everybody comes
Really?
to Vegas at some point. Yeah. So people know you went to LSU. The nickname, the Bayou Barbie, came. But before that, you went to Maryland.
Yeah.
What was that like being at college in your home state?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, all my family could come to my games. My grandparents weren't as like they were getting older, so it was really easy for them to always come to the games, and I really enjoyed that. It was tough. My freshman year, I broke my foot in my fourth game, and then I was out. And then 8 months later, I got a rod in my left leg, and that kind of set me back. So 2 surgeries within 8 months, and then I finally was able to play my sophomore year, and I did really well, and that's when I decided to transfer.
LSU.
Yeah.
What was the vibes like there? I mean, from the outside looking in, it looked like it was a great time.
It's lit.
What is it like, though, for someone who's never been to LSU?
I recommend anybody that's like even not an athlete to go to a SEC school, and if you go to a SEC school, go to LSU. Like the experience there, the environment there, the love there. Down south is way better than up north.
All right. Not too much.
The southern hospitality is like amazing. Like the food in Baton Rouge, like I love Baton Rouge. New Orleans, the food there is good. Like you can really get out of shape and gain some weight there for sure. But like I'll always love and like go back to LSU because they kind of made me who I am.
Talk to me about being a successful athlete as a college student, but being a woman.
It's hard.
Is it? Why so?
Yeah.
And how so?
It's hard because I was learning on the fly. I was only 21. I was turning 21. And I was still learning, but also making mistakes and just still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to be perfect, but I'm also trying to learn and figure things out for my life. Like, that was the most amount of money I was making ever in my whole family. I was technically like the breadwinner. So like understanding that and just trying to like make sure I make the right decisions for me, not just in a moment, but for long term was the most important thing. Obviously, as a woman, it's kind of scary being a public figure so young and having to like watch your back. Like when I won a national championship, my life completely changed. Like I had to move, I had to get a new car, like people were following me home. It was just like, it was different. And it was really hard for me, and just understanding like where I came from, but also understanding where I am now, it is honestly a blessing.
And even before you won that national championship, were you able to like be on campus in class and go to parties and stuff like that?
I didn't really party because I'm not really a party. I go to football games.
Oh, boo.
I'm for real. I don't go out that much. I mean,
that's what everybody. You ever seen
now
that
I
Ice
do.
Spice clip?
In college, no, I didn't, because as an athlete, regardless, like you can't like move how you really want to move. Like I can move how I want to move now in a club because it's like people not like weird. Mm-hmm. Like now I'm grown now. Like I'm grown. In college, if my coach saw me with a red cup, even if it was water, like I'm in trouble. Like I can't do that in school. So I didn't really party in school. But I used to go to football games. Football games were lit. And then I used to just go to sporting events. But before, I used to go to class. But once I won a national championship, I didn't go to class anymore.
And you said you had to get a new crib, you had to get a new car. Why was your life changing in this way? Was it just the attention and the new eyeballs?
Yeah, it was the attention. It was just the popularity of everything that happened at the national championship. Obviously, my followers went up. Everybody was loving women's basketball. That was the most watched women's basketball game. So just being able to see that, I think it was a first for a lot of things. And just being able to be in that moment was crazy. It was really crazy because I had to like just do so many different things at one time, but still focus on graduating. Like my number one thing, I was a junior, but senior year I had to graduate, and that was my goal. So that was what I wanted to do.
You accomplished it. Let's give it up for a college grad. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So then, as the story goes, you get drafted to the WNBA. Talk to me about that moment. Is it everything you thought it would be?
So when I entered the WNBA draft, I actually had another year eligibility at LSU, and it was kind of hard for me to make that decision if I wanted to leave. But being able to take that scary step and just go into the draft, not knowing where I was going to get drafted, and then luckily I was able to talk to some coaches and being able to see where my game can go. So I was luckily drafted to Chicago, the best decision of my life. I'm so happy to be in Chicago. I love my rookie year, ups and downs, my injury and everything. Like it was everything I ever imagined. And just being able to be in such a successful league and so many great women around me and just being able to get better every day was something that I'll always have with me.
How many people in the room played high school sports? Just a quick show of hands. A lot. All of the bros, like 60% of the room And I'm sure every single person who had their hand raised at some point wanted to go professional. I hope y'all made it, but if y'all sitting in this room, you probably did it.
No shade, I promise.
Nah, I'm one of them too. I thought I was going to the league and I didn't even come close. But what's it like to actually realize that dream? Like to have a goal of making it to the league and then one day conquering that and hearing your name called?
Yeah, it's a blessing. I mean, I remember I cried on draft night because, I mean, obviously I knew I was going to get drafted, but like all the hard work, all the days I didn't want to get up, all the days my mom had to get up and take me to practice, and when she didn't feel like doing it or when somebody didn't feel like doing something, all my dreams finally came true. So it was a really happy, joyful moment, but it was obviously also a point for me to just completely start over. Like nothing mattered that I did in college, nothing mattered I did in high school. Like I can completely start over and get a fresh start.
When did you know you was going to the league?
What you mean? I've been new. I woke up.
I'm saying when? Like when did you know? When was the first time you know? Were you in third grade, 10th grade?
I knew when I was a kid, like third, fourth grade, I was going to the league. Like I watched the WNBA. Like I was a fan. I've been a fan. Like I knew I was going to play professional basketball somewhere.
In third grade, you knew. And you made it happen. Make some noise for Angel Reese.
Thank you.
The crazy part is I knew I was making the league too, but then I didn't. So
It's okay.
I guess I didn't really know.
But you still successful in something else. It
It's
doesn't
something
matter.
else, yeah.
You always got a backup plan. Like that's my thing right now. Like I am a great basketball player, but like right now, being able to sit here and have these kinds of conversations and like being able to have a brain outside of basketball, because this ball does stop, and understanding that, I think that was the most important thing my mom really instilled in me. Like being able to have a plan B, like fashion, my podcast, being able to be an entrepreneur, being able to be a co-owner, like those are the things that I love to do outside of basketball. So just being able to prioritize both is something that I encourage to everybody to do.
Word. Make some noise for that, man. That was dope. And we're going to talk about everything that you just listed in just a second. But prior to that, talk to me about just stepping into this era of stardom, even beyond the court. Like, it was important that we spoke hoops, but at this point, I'd venture to say a lot of people in this room know you just for being a celebrity and being famous beyond just the talent that you have. How have you embraced that? What's it been like? Is it fun? Do you like it?
Do I like it? Sometimes. I like the benefits that come with it.
Like what?
Being able to be prioritized, going to the front of the line, being able to not have to wait for stuff. That's the great thing. But also, I mean, I think sometimes just being able to have to wake up every single day and understand, like, I have to keep a smile on my face. I can't sit here and tell somebody, no, I can't take a picture with them because, like, I don't want to ruin somebody's day. Like, I know how many people are inspired by me, and knowing, like, I try to get up every single day and be positive, because there are a lot of people that, like, don't have the same opportunities as me, and knowing this can be snatched away from me at any time. So I try to do as best as I can and try to be positive with everything I have and do have within myself. But it's not easy being a 22-year-old celebrity still trying to figure things out.
Yeah. And there are not that many people who have had that same journey as you that are as successful at such a young age. So you're figuring it out in real time, which I commend.
Thank you.
At this level of success, with it comes some hate. Mm-hmm. On Twitter, you see it pretty frequently, I'm sure. How much of that hate do you attribute to your identity, like being a black woman, being an athlete, being successful? Yeah,
I think it really inspires me to, like I said, continue to wake up every morning and just keep going. I've had so many people that do come up to me and are positive to me and say, like, I love you, keep going. You inspire me from ages 4 to ages 60. Like, it doesn't matter. People really do genuinely love me, and I try to think of the positive before I think of the negative. And it took me a little minute to get to where I am right now. Obviously, earlier on, I'm like, why do people hate me so much, and why are people so negative? But then I looked back at it and looked myself in the mirror, and knowing who I am and being inspired of who I am, and knowing that one day people will say, like, I want to be like Angel Reese, or Angel Reese really, really inspired me or touched me.
Beautiful. One of the names that we always hear when we hear Angel Reese is Caitin Clark as well. People have tried to pit you guys against each other. How much of that is actual rivalry versus just commentary from the public, like people trying to make you guys be enemies?
Yeah, I think it's just competition. It's been competition since college, being able to play against Caitin. I've been playing against Caitin since we were probably in 8th or 9th grade. We both were really competitive during AAU. I went to Maryland, she went to Iowa, so we competed there, and then finally being able to compete in the national championship. So people don't know the legacy of us being able to play against each other for a really long time. But obviously, social media is going to put two women against each other. And I think it's just been able to be something that is negative, but also positive. I think it shines light on women's basketball. So I'll take that of being able to be the person that gets the hate. But I know that at the end of the day, I'm growing women's basketball and helping women's basketball.
Do you feel like sometimes her fans cross the line?
I don't think it's just her fans. I think it's fans in general. I mean, people don't realize at the end of the day we're human. I mean, you guys watch us, and knowing that, like, it's just basketball. I promise you, it's just basketball. I don't have any hard feelings towards her. She doesn't have any hard feelings towards me, but yeah, it gets crazy sometimes.
One thing that a lot of WNBA players do in the offseason is play overseas basketball. I know why, but can you maybe explain to some who don't follow the women's game as closely as they should why they do that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, well, I don't know if everybody knows, but obviously the pay in the WNBA obviously can't pay you throughout the whole year. So just basically going overseas and just making some more money. You can make more money overseas than you can make here in the WNBA, but also just going over there to get better, being able to just work out and continue that. I have a lot of things to do in the off season, not just to work out. So basically, being able to have my brand outside of basketball, I was able to stay here and also start the Rivalry League in January in Miami. It's something I'm super excited for as well.
All right, shout out to you. Most WNBA players do go overseas. You don't have to. Does that feel good to not have to and be able to stay here?
I mean, obviously it's a blessing. I think one day I'll probably go overseas because I like to travel. I'm going to go over there for travel and being able to go over there and just make some money while I'm hooping, but also travel. So I like to get the best of the both worlds. So one day I probably will go overseas and get some money, but also have a good time.
Speaking of getting some money, the NIL deals kind of changed, and we all watched it change in real life. When I was in college, the NIL was not real. Do you remember the first dollar that you made from playing basketball?
Yeah, I do. Actually, what's so funny is I used to be with the agency, and I'm not with the agency anymore. And initially, when I was with the agency, that specific agency told me I was never going to make over $2,000.
$2,000?
They told me I was never going to make $2,000, over $2,000, and that was when NIL first started. And now it's been me and my agent, and I have another agent, Gina, here that works with me for basketball. But it's been me and her since then. Like being able to make deals, being able to create a brand outside of basketball, and we've made millions of dollars. Just us two. It's just been us two.
Make some noise for Angel Reese. Touching M's. A couple weeks ago, you were on, I think, IG Live talking about your rent being $8,000.
Yeah.
And you said that your WNBA salary doesn't even cover what your rent is. But as you said, you know, you've made money, you've done deals and stuff like that. What's it like to have to feel so many people caring about your finances? Like when you say, like, yo, my rent is $8K.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, she can't even afford it.
I think everybody's always worried about what Angel's doing a lot of times. I got a lot of business to mind, so I think a lot of people mind my business. But I think just being able to be who I am and just knowing, like, anything I say, people are going to run with it. I think, you know, I have to live somewhere where it's safe for myself. I live in a nice place, and I earn where I live, and I have the luxury of living where I can live and want to live because this is what I work for. So living in Chicago downtown ain't cheap. I hope people know that. Like, living in Chicago is not cheap. So being able to have the luxury and the benefit of that, I mean, it's a blessing. I wish I didn't have to pay $8K, but to be safe and living somewhere nice and quality, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah, but people should mind their business anyway.
They never gonna mind their business, man.
Yeah, me included. Because
Hey, you get in my business.
I ask every person on the show this question,
Okay.
but a quick Google search says that your net worth is $2 million.
All right.
Is it inaccurate?
Yeah,
Is it way off? Is it close?
way off.
Period. Look, I just looked at the screen as she made that face. Very P. To say it's way off and then smug like that, impressive. What's it like to be in a financial situation where you're good? You're straight?
It's not just a luxury for me. It's a luxury for everybody around me. Like, I'm able to soon retire my mom. I can pay my mom mortgage. My family, everybody's taken care of. I bring my friends here. 2 of my friends, bring them on PJs whenever. Like, just being able to live the luxury of, like, they love this. Like, They meet Beyonce. They going to meet Jay-Z. So everybody around me.
I've never seen them smile so hard.
Look, all my friends eat, but one thing about me, I have a really good circle around me, and I think that's really important, putting everybody on around me. So my friend here, she gets to work. She does my managing stuff. She's my stylist right here. I have somebody that's in AT. She does physical therapy. Another one, she's still in school. So just being able to have a great support system around me and then putting them on and being able to have the luxury of them having whatever they want is also a benefit.
Wow, look at that. You hiring?
What can you do? Let me check your resume.
Nah, I'm not qualified.
Trust me, I can find something for you to do. It's a lot of stuff I need done.
Okay, bad. Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay, period.
The other day you tweeted something along, I'm paraphrasing, but something like, I see why people now keep their relationship stuff private. Why is that? Why do you now see it, and what is it that you see?
Because people are always trying to find something. Like, every time, it's exhausting. I think people just need to mind their business. Let people love who they want to love. Every time, everybody always has something to say. They're never happy. So if you were to go date somebody, they're still going to find some little thing that she did in 2016 that you should be worried about. And it's none of their business. So, like I said, my private life is my private life. You'll never see me in a relationship publicly until I'm married.
Until you're married?
Yes.
Remember that she said this, y'all.
I said what I said.
Because if
y'all see speculations, if y'all see something, and that's what y'all see. But on my page, you won't see me with no man.
Is that something that you kind of wish you didn't have to do, or like if people were able to mind their business, would you be cool with being public in a relationship like that, or would you just rather keep shit separate?
I'm either way. I think it's about my happiness and the other person's happiness. It's really about the other person, because I don't like when people like attack the other person. I've been in situations or relationships where I've gone to their comments and all I see is Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese. Like, I want them to live their life and I want to live my life, and then we can live our lives together. And I don't like the pressure of dating me being on you. So that's why I keep it also private, just to protect the other person as well.
Do you feel like it takes a strong man to be able to date someone who's lit like you?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of lit women around here. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, but it takes a strong man. It takes a strong man, but it's a lot of successful women out here. It's a lot of successful women out here. I think being able to have an ambitious woman is the best.
God, I didn't even hear the last 30 words you said. I just want to make sure he's all right. Like, we have mental health checks here. Please make sure he's good. That was crazy. Do you practice just being able to curve somebody so quick like that? It was just, I'd never seen anything like that.
No, this is like every day.
What's every day?
I gotta curve somebody every day.
In person or online or?
No, online they know what it is, but in person for sure.
Every single day somebody tries to run down on you?
When I'm out, if I'm out in public, yeah, for sure.
Wow, tough life. Goodness.
Speedy, I know you got some.
Nah, I host the show. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good?
Speedy, let's get, cause yeah, Speedy, I'm gonna have you on my podcast too. Let me ask you a little question. You single?
I'm in a relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I am too, God. I love you. I love you, God.
I mean, anybody else in a relationship with God in here?
Yes. Yes.
Let him use you.
Yes.
Let him use you.
But do you have a lady?
What you said?
All right, cool. Next
I didn't even hear you. I'm sorry.
We know what that means.
You said you'd like to have me on your podcast. Let's talk about it. It's called Unapologetically Angel. Yes. What made you want to have a podcast and venture into this space? Yeah,
being able to take the narrative back, being able to have my own voice, also giving a safe space for guests to come on and being able to have their own voice. I think I've let the media for a long time have their own speculations or own whatever about me, and being able to come on there and clock tea and being able to say what I got to say about who I am. I think you shouldn't believe what people have to say unless it comes from the source, and I think that's what we need to get back to reality. Like, believe the person before you believe somebody else.
Got it. You say you like to clock tea on there. What's been your favorite moment of
episode?
tea? No, what's been your favorite moment of tea that you've clocked?
Let me see. It's a lot of tea I be clocking. I'm gonna say my favorite episode has been with me, Lotto, and Mariah. I think we had a lot. I love Girl Talk. Girl Talk is my favorite. And we got on there and we talked tea.
Mariah answered the phone for Doug in the middle of the
podcast. She did.
podcast.
She let at me. But I'm be like, you know how Lotto is so secretive where I mean? Y'all think y'all know who her man is, but y'all don't. That's gonna be me.
Ooh, I mean, everybody feels very confident that they know.
Okay, that's what y'all think.
That just could very well be another Angel Reese decoy. Like, you just told us you were going to be private about your stuff, so.
I'm gonna be private. Y'all ain't gonna know nothing.
I don't know if she's telling the truth there, guys. How has your podcast journey been, though? Is it fun for you? Do you enjoy doing it?
Yeah, I have a good time. I have a lot of fun meeting different guests and even guests that I really didn't know things about. Like, I think I know them, but I really don't know them, and they come on and just tell so many different funny stories. So I love it. It's been fun.
Who's been your favorite guest thus far?
I mean, my favorite episode probably was Mariah and Lotto, but so far my favorite guest, Glorilla was a good one. Those are my girls. Dwayne Wade was a good one. I love Dwayne Wade. He's given me a lot of insight. He invests in our WNBA team, so being able to get that. Also, Gabby, she came on too, so I kind of got that.
So, Mariah Lotto, one favorite episode. Glow, another favorite. And Dwayne Wade and Gabby Union. Special. Yeah. You've been getting a lot of great bookings, though. Congratulations. It's not easy to book a
It's not.
show.
Give me some advice on booking guests.
You got to make a hit show, and then people are going to want to come on. That's the only thing I can say. But you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Your Mariah and the Lotto episode hit 1 million views.
Yeah.
What's it like to celebrate a moment like that? How does that feel in comparison to, like, an on-court victory? Does 1 million views mean anything to you?
You know, it's funny. I don't really get to, like, celebrate my accomplishments. Like, I kind of move on and, like, I don't really get, like, the fans tell me that I got 1 million. I didn't even know I got 1 million. And then I finally, like, tweeted I got 1 million. But, like, I don't really have a lot of time to sit and, like, say, oh, great job, Angel. I always have to keep moving forward because I have a lot of goals and I have a lot of things I want to accomplish. And if I think about, like, I always live by, like, if you think what you did yesterday is great, then you can't do great tomorrow. So just being able to kind of look in the future and look at things that I want to accomplish still is my thing.
You say you have a lot of goals you want to accomplish. What are some of them?
Okay, well, let me talk basketball first. Obviously, to win a championship, bring that to Chicago, being able to get an MVP, play on the Olympic team, and one day for whenever I'm done playing it, to own a team. I want to be able to own a team. That's for the basketball side. And then for my other side of my life, just continuing my podcast. I want to start a modeling agency. And also, I want to continue to, like, build my brand as far as, like, starting a lash line, edge control, hair, nails, and I'm going to start a heel line for, like, feet that are a little bigger.
Oh, all right, dope. Make some noise for all of those ambitions, yo. Before we leave the conversation of your podcast, Unapologetically Angel, I was a topic of conversation on one of your episodes.
You were?
With Glorilla.
Were you flirting with her?
I was.
Do you flirt with your guests?
I don't think so. Do you feel as if I'm flirting right now?
No, but what y'all think? Clock that.
I'm just sitting here asking questions the same way I would ask questions to the president or Will Smith or whoever else they saw. What did you think of the interview, though?
It was really good. I liked it. I think Glow talks a lot, but I think she broke her out of her show a little bit more. And she was smiling. She was ear to ear. That was the first time I seen her ear to ear like that. So
we're just happy. People are just happy. Mm-hmm. Life's good, right? Everybody. I see so many smiling faces in here. Mm-hmm. Everybody's just happy.
Right.
Everybody's just happy. Who do you want to have next on the podcast that you haven't had yet?
Oh, I have a list of people that I'm already doing that haven't come out yet. I'm gonna get Megan on there.
Megan Thee Stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion, my stallion sister. Who else? My biggest, like, goal is to have Beyonce and Rihanna. So
I feel like it can happen.
It can.
I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, those are my, like, 2 dream podcast guests.
And you've met both, I assume.
I haven't met Rihanna yet. I met Beyonce though.
Okay, what was it like meeting her?
It was cool. I met her after a show in New Orleans, so it was cool. I met her whole family.
Does she have that aura that people say that she does?
Yeah, she a queen. She knows who she is. She stands within her skin. Like, I love that. A confident woman. She's a confident woman.
Shouts to the Queen Beyonce.
Yeah.
When this is all said and done, besides just like accolades and things like that, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to remember Angel Reese for?
Being able to give back. I have a foundation, the Angel C. Reese Foundation, that I give back. I do a scholarship to my high school every year. Hopefully I can, like, do a scholarship for college one day, like for LSU or at Maryland. So just somebody that was always confident within herself, stood up for other people, said things that other people may not be confident to say, and just kind of give confidence to young women, knowing that you can do whatever you dream of. Anybody tells you no, there are going to be a million no's, but there are going to be a billion yeses. So anybody that just tries to shoot you down, I just want you to know, like, you can do it. You got this. Even bad days. Every day the sun don't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. So that's what I live by. I don't have a smile every day. I have bad days. I cry. I smile. I cry. I cry again. But being able to wake up every day and be blessed and just being able to know who I am is something I want people to always remember.
Lastly here, besides this, all right, go ahead, clap, y'all. Whoever that was, let's clap for him. It was one person clapping. I don't want them to feel bad. I already feel bad for this guy who got curved.
It's okay. It's all love. I promise you.
Besides this moment right here, what would you say is the best moment of your life?
What makes you think that this is the best moment of my life?
Well, I mean, we're at Complex Con, first time in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I love being here. I'm happy to see all you guys. You guys woke up today and wanted to come see Speedy and Angel. I love that for you. But
it could be career, it could be family. Like, what moment meant the most to you? Maybe
probably,
college graduation.
Yeah, I was just about to say, graduating from college. That was probably not the hardest thing for me school-wise, but mentally. People came out and said I was failing school. I wasn't playing basketball games because I was failing, or my GPA, or all this BS. And just being able to, I wasn't able to walk across stage because I was in season, but being able to look at my mom in her eyes and say, like, you don't have any debts. Like, I went to school for free and I got a college degree, and my brother graduates this year too. So our goals were always to, like, my mom never have to I would never have to have student loans, and she can always say she has 2 kids that went to school and graduated.
Making your mama proud.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Make some noise for Angel Reese, everybody. Angel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congrats, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys.